There'll be many times during your administration work and duties that you'll need to refer to documentation. Google is always your friend when it comes to using and learning about Linux. However, there are other sources that you can turn to specifically for deeper questions or if you need a quick answer. The traditional way to learn about Linux and Unix systems is through man pages. The man command formats and displays online man pages on your Linux system. It usually comes in a variety of formats. In particular, these sections are almost always present in a man page. The name displays, of course, the name of the command that you're looking up, as well as a succinct, really concise description of what it does. A synopsis is a little more detail about how the command is run, including what arguments or options are passed to alter the command's purpose. The description field goes into detail about what the command is, what its functionality is, and what it's meant to accomplish. The general options section goes into detail about all of the arguments and flags available to the command. There are often several examples presented of how to use the command and what files are associated with that command. The See Also section will refer you to similar commands, and authors is just what it sounds like. It's whoever wrote the utility. So let's look at an example man page. The Mac terminal is a Unix system, and so it has man pages available to it. However, we're going to go ahead and log into one of our Vagrant Linux boxes and take a look at the man page there. Now that the box is booted, I can type Vagrant SSH in the name of the box that I want to log into. This is only necessary when you have more than one box running, such as in my environment where I have a CentOS box and an Ubuntu box. Now we can type man and the name of a man page that we'd like to look at, for instance, SSH. The top of it, this should match very closely what we saw in the slide. We have the name of our command, a synopsis of all of the options available to that command, a description of the command and its options. I page through the man page with the spacebar. We can see that SSH has lots of options. We can also see that there are some high-level sections that are command-specific. For instance, we have escape characters and TCP forwarding as being specific to the SSH command. We see the See Also section, which refers us to lots more information about SSH, and we see an authors section. This is a very typical man page, and I usually use it to quickly refer to a command syntax. It's even faster than using Google. In addition to the online man pages, there's lots of places online on the web to learn about Linux. Some of the sites I like include linuxquestions.org, which is a great forum-style communication tool, Ubuntu Forums, which is somewhat Ubuntu-specific, but has lots of generally relevant information, justlinux.com, which, similar to Linux Question, has lots of active forum members and a thriving community of Linux users. And of course, my favorite, the go-to lwn.net, which provides detailed coverage of Linux, the open source community, the kernel development process, and is run by a really great group of active Linux developers. If you need real-time support for Linux or the software running on Linux, you can turn to IRC, and in particular the Freenode network. Freenode has been established as a common chat and communications channel for all sorts of different software, Linux included. So when you need real-time support from friendly people, log into IRC.